الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Non-communicable diseases epidemiology and prevention by Professor Mahmoud Hani Sulaiman. In this lecture, I will discuss accidents, epidemiology and prevention. Epidemiology and prevention of accidents. The definition of accident is unpremeditated event resulting in recognizable loss or damage. Accidents are a man-made epidemic and no longer considered accidental. Magnitude of the problem of accidents or are results of industrialization, increased transport facilities, overcrowding, urbanization, rural electrification have also brought a number of new accidents. So these are the risk factors for accident to occur and upon which we can make efforts to prevent or decrease accidents. Magnitude of problem of accidents continued. Nowadays you can be electrocuted, burned from a gas leak, a spill acid, for example, used in cleaning toilets over yourself, put your finger in mixer or grinder, get your clothes stuck in vacuum cleaner, fry your hand over a microwave, ingest some rat poison or kerosene. There is an ever-increasing number of potential accidents. Among accidents in Egypt, road traffic accidents are on top of the list. Accidents in Egypt. Car accidents in Egypt increased by about 18% in 2019. CAPMAS announced with 9,992 car accidents compared to 8,480 car accidents in 2018. So it is increased by about 18%. CAPMAS added that number of car accident deaths increased to 3,484 in 2019, an increase of about 13%. In 2019, rate for vehicle was 0.9 accidents per 1,000 vehicles. It is almost 1 per 1,000 vehicles, high. And this rate was 3.6. This is per 100,000 people. It is more than any infectious disease. The rate of car accidents increased to 27.44 accidents per day in 2019. Accidents in Egypt continued. CAPMAS attributed main cause of car accidents to human error at about 80% of total road accidents causes in 2019, followed by technical vehicle defects at a rate about 14%. In contrast, report revealed train accidents fell to 1,863 accidents in 2019 compared to 2,044 accidents in 2018, a decrease of about 9%. However, train accident deaths saw an increase to 42.4 deaths per 100 injured compared to 34.3 deaths per 100 injured in 2018. So increase in deaths in train accidents. Rate of train accidents decreased to 6.3 accidents per million passengers in 2019. Agent of accidents. Accidents and injuries are commonly classified based on is it intentional, intentionality, Most road traffic injuries, poisoning, falls, fire and burn injuries, and drowning are unintentional. So most road traffic injuries, poisoning, falls, fire, burn injuries, and drowning are unintentional. Intentional injuries include interpersonal violence as homicide, sexual assault, neglect and abandonment, and other maltreatment. Suicide and collective violence, war. Collective violence is war. Host of accidents, poisoning, drowning, burns, maltreatment by caregivers affect primarily small children. Road traffic accidents, interpersonal violence, and sports injury tend to affect older children and adolescents. In addition, injuries tend to be more prevalent in boys. In general, they are more active. Environment of accidents. In rural areas, injuries mainly to farming activities, pesticide poisoning, and drowning. In urban areas, most injuries are traffic related or linked to gadgets and electrical appliances, falls or poisonings resulting from household chemicals and drugs ingested by small children. Environmental factors will lead to injury may be associated with social factors as family stress, critical life events. For example, hospitalization or chronic disease of parent or change of residence. Road traffic accidents. Many road traffic accidents (RTA) cause underreported, especially minor ones. Indicators of traffic accidents. Proportional mortality due to traffic accidents. Deaths per million population. Deaths per 1,000 vehicles per year. Number of accidents per vehicle per kilometer gives incidence of accidents with respect to distance of covered. Number of accidents per driver per hour gives incidence of accidents with respect to man hours. Agent of car accidents. Motorized and non-motorized vehicles moving in same tracks. There is no segregation of vehicles in most Egyptian streets. Pedestrians are not effectively segregated from traffic. There are footpaths, but in many cities in Egypt blocked by street hawkers and vendors. A high number of old vehicles, large percent of two-wheelers which are unstable by design. Too many overloaded vehicles running to speed past each other. Disregard of traffic rule, practice of crossing road whenever you want without waiting for signals. These are 7 items associated with agent for car accidents. Host of car accidents. Young men involved in most road traffic accidents, especially if using drugs. Environment of car accidents. Condition of Egyptian roads, quality of traffic regulation, and bad lighting contribute to accidents. The economics of bus accidents is interesting. Bus drivers will always be racing against other buses if their chief income is from commissions, depending on number of passengers picked up rather than a fixed salary. Prevention of accidents. A Haddon matrix lists all possible interventions on part of driver, vehicle, and environment to avoid an accident for minimizing damage. For the driver, pre-crash education regarding safe driving. Enforce a maximum alcohol limit of 80 mg% in blood to be safe for driving. Periodic driving tests and medical fitness examination. During the crash, for the driver, personal protection during crash, air balloons, helmets, seat belts to be made mandatory. Post-crash for drivers, emergency management and rehabilitation. For the vehicle, pre-crash, regular checkup of vehicles, setting speed limits in busy areas. During the crash for the vehicle, crash protective design. Post-crash for the vehicle should have an emergency exit, should not be inflammable. For the environment, pre-crash, improved roads and lights. During the crash for the environment, the boundaries and railings of the road should be collapsible so that damage is minimum during impact. Post-crash for the environment, trauma care center. Frame to plan to prevent accidents. This is a frame to guide planners for prevention of accidents. First, data collection of all accidents and possible reconstruction of the how accident happened. Second, safety education that must begin with children and end with drivers. The education must be delivered through schools and include traffic rules, common hazardous substances in the household, safe use of electrical devices. 3. Use of personal protective equipments as seat belts, helmet, leather clothing and boots, steering balloons. Frame of plan to prevent accident continued. Improve environment, that is to say, roads, lighting, marking of danger points, provision of fire guards to store toxic substances safely and out of reach of children. Laws to ensure that only good quality drivers who are medically fit and good vehicles get on the street. Speed limits are not crossed and alcohol limit in blood per breath stays below threshold. Secondary prevention of accidents, emergency care after accidents with rehabilitation integrated into primary health care. وفي النهاية أقول الحمد لله رب العالمين و thank you for your good listening.